Milord, this is the Bhopal gas matter, Milord. Material has now been shifted to Pitampur. It is lying in the tracks, Milord.
Milord, at least 6 weeks time, Milord.
Milord,
At least 6 weeks time. Milord,
Yes, please.
Milord, this is the Bhopal gas matter, Milord.
The material has been shifted, I think.
Yes, Milord. On 3rd of December, Milord, your Lordship passed an order, Milord, giving certain directions to incinerate and report, Milord. Now, Milord, there is a public agitation, Milord. Maybe because of either misinformation or politically motivated, Milord. I cannot say on that, but there is a public agitation, Milord. Now, this waste, Milord, was packed, Milord, way back in 2005. Milord, it was lying open in the factory, Milord. We moved an IA, Milord, that at least that should be packed and kept in containers. Way back in 2005, Milord, this Honorable Court wanted to get it destroyed, Milord. So there were interim orders passed, Milord. And, Milord, I'll show that order, Milord. That time also it was directed that you have a test report done of the material which is lying there. Because the view was, Milord, that that time it was about 20 years from the tragedy. Today it is 40 plus. Maybe, Milord, that toxic waste has either lost its toxicity, Milord, or reduced to a great extent. We do not know, Milord, what is the status today. But nonetheless, Milord, that entire material has now been shifted to Pitampur. It is lying in the tracks, Milord. Now,
Lying in the truck.
yes, packed in the containers, Milord. In the containers, as it was packed from Bhopal, at Pitampur, it is now packed and lying in the containers of the trucks, Milord.
Okay.
So, Milord, if there is a public agitation, Milord, my respectful prayer, Milord, I have been appearing from day one in this matter, Milord. Milord, to dispel the public, Milord, belief about as if, Milord, some nuclear thing will happen or some disaster will happen. Milord, could it be, Milord, that this toxic waste which has reached there, earlier, Milord, when the interim orders were passed and the matter went to Supreme Court, the concern was how to get it tested at Pitampura because material was lying at Bhopal. So there was a concern. Supreme Court was of the view that, all right, you get a similar material from some other industry and destroy it here at Pitampur to find out what will happen. Now that situation is no longer there. Now the material is right at the footsteps of the incinerator, Milord. So if that could be tested, Milord, at the threshold now, and first two things find out, Milord. One, what is the level of toxicity present in that material? And if a test incineration could be done, and public could be made aware that this is the situation and there is nothing so alarming, Milord. This is all, Milord.
That's also they will take steps because
Milord, now the government has to face, Milord, the public agitation. They are wary of the situation that the people are on roads.
Your Lordship may kindly appreciate, my Lord, I would make a most humble prayer that your Lordship may kindly refer to the order dated 3rd of December 2024.
Yes.
My Lord, by that order, we were in fact directed, my Lord, to load the toxic waste, my Lord, from Bhopal in containers, which is fireproof and leak-proof. And let it be, my Lord, this waste be stored at the Pitampur in the disposal site, my Lord. So that part of the order we have already complied with. So your Lordship may kindly permit me to my Lord, file this compliance affidavit. My Lord, I'll just place it for kind consideration of the Honorable Court. So, my Lord, first part of the order that we have already complied with, my Lord. Your Lordship may kindly come to paragraph number 8. 8 of the affidavit, and that your Lordship will find at page 4.
right.
So I'll just read it for your Lordship, my Lord, that the waste was loaded in 12 fireproof and leak-proof containers and transported in long-haul trailers, trucks on the night of 1st of January 2025. The transportation was carried out in following vehicle. The my Lord, vehicle registration number is given. Then, my Lord, in paragraph 9, that the transportation of the waste was carried out with the support of police and administration, wherein the support team consisting of doctors, fire brigade staff, and reserve team consisting of skilled laborers was deployed. That a green corridor was provided to the convoy. That the transportation was done as per the approved SOP and tender requirements, which are totally in line with the Central Pollution Control Board guidelines. Now, my lord, para 14 is now relevant.
14.
My lord, may kindly come to page 6 of the affidavit, my lord. That there has been a huge public outcry on the basis of certain fictitious media reports wherein baseless rumors have been floated with the various sections of the media to paint a picture that another industrial disaster would take place if the waste is unloaded and disposed of at the facility of at Pithampur, which would lead to severe environmental implications. That to cater to the said mispublicity, the deponent has issued directions to various officials of the state to take actions to infuse confidence in the public and to dispel their myths by giving them factual input so that they may not be misguided by the fake news and the wrongful information floated by the miscreants and vested interests. It is respectfully submitted that the said exercise will take some time. However, the answering respondents at this juncture assure the Honorable Court that they will perform their duties and obligations and will take the public of Pithampur into confidence for the same. The deponent respectfully prays for additional time for completion of the entire exercise. Followed with this backdrop, my lord, I'm
In that case, what we can do, that we can direct the media not to publish fake news until it is issued by the expert body. Right? Because they could say anything without verifying. Yes.
No.
No,
Chair, may I submit?
my lord,
briefly, Your Lordship?
Lordship,
Just
kindly-
to,
kindly see one
Lordship,
more
some-
writ petition is listed at item number 14.
41.
Yes.
That is my petition.
Yeah.
Yes.
My lord, I have also moved an application for intervention in this matter.
Yes.
I filed this petition on behalf of MG College Alumni Association. They all are the expertise doctors, senior doctors of Indore. They formed this association, Malik, and they have carried out various research papers and everything over there. And on the basis of research, Malik, they have come to the conclusion that the waste which is available over there, it is a toxic waste, Malik. And the test which is carried out in 2015, Malik, it is for only 10 metric ton, Malik. Whereby when you see, it will convert into 357 metric ton, Malik. The effect on pollution and air, it will be different because all the reports which has been filed before the court, Malik, it is in pertaining to air pollution, Malik. There is no report so far as soil is concerned, Malik, and other parts are concerned. So my submission is this, Malik. The heavy metals like lead, mercury, all this kind of metals are there, Malik. And we have,
Whatever you, that is your item number 41.
yes, Malik, 41.
That's-
And public
Your
has.
Lordship, may I submit, Your Lordship, before we get to item 41? Your Lordship, there is, I just briefly, Your Lordship, if I may, Your Lordship, take Your Lordships to the 3rd December
No more
order. para-
interventions now, my lord, after 20 years, my lord. This is
Lordship,
a
may I just-
intervention, my lord.
Let us submit, Your Lordship, before my learned
Fresh
friend.
intervention, my lord. No, it
It's coming.
can't be ended.
It's not a fresh
My
intervention,
lord,
Your Lordship.
the
not a fresh
present
intervention.
shipping of the
Mr. Nagaraj
hazardous
knows I've been
material has
appearing for
given
the
a
women.
fresh cause of action to all of us, my lord.
Your Lordship, may I only submit what was in the order? Your Lordship, the order of 3rd December, 2024 now, in para 1 itself, noted, and I'll just read from it, Your Lordship, para 1. Though some steps have been taken, but they are minimal and cannot be appreciated for the reasons that the present petitioners of the year 2004 and almost 20 years have elapsed, the respondents are at first stage as mentioned in para 7.1 of order dated 20th March 2005 and para 4.1 of order dated 13/5/2005. This is a really sorry state of affairs because the removal of toxic waste from plant site, the decommissioning of MIC and 7 plants and removal of contaminants that have spread in the surrounding soil and groundwater are of paramount requirement for safety of general public of Bhopal city. Now, Your Lordship, the affidavit which has been read out by the learned counsel for the state only points out that they have shifted the material without even a minimal, as my learned friend Mr. Nagaraj has pointed out, even a minimal testing of what is in the material. They have not done any or initiated, they cannot have finished it in this time, initiated any testing of the contaminated soil. There hasn't been test performed for almost 10 years, neither of this material of the others. So, Your Lordship, the state cannot just minimally comply or superficially comply with Your Lordship's order and say that we have taken the first step. They should have tested it, and then your lordship taken the step as your lordship's orders doesn't say do incineration. It says comply with environmental laws, which of course requires the state to conduct scientific studies before taking the first step.
Council, listen,
No, sir, sir.
whatever the intervener application and the petition number 41, we can dispose of by directing them to treat as a representation, and they will take steps accordingly.
So, my lord, it can't be done. My lord, I have.
I'm sorry, my lord, I'm sorry to intervene in this matter.
Meeting of all the concerned parties. We can sit together and decide the best technologies available, who are affected, and their concerns should be addressed. We are all seeking a meeting of all parties.
My lord, if I may be allowed to intervene just for 2 minutes.
How to go about it? By utilizing the best available technologies.
Right.
Yeah.
So they will
Yeah, because it is possible, on-site remediation is possible.
It is possible.
It is possible. No, we have to examine the possibilities.
Right, right.
Yes, that's why I'm suggesting that a meeting of all concerned parties, including residents of Pithampur and the representatives of gas victims,
Right.
a meeting, government, state government, and Dow Chemicals, everyone together.
No, you have also filed that.
Yes.
Therefore, that's why we say the whole application
Yeah,
and the petition number 41.
yeah.
Those will be treated as a representation,
Yeah.
right? And they will certainly take steps,
My lord, may I submit one thing, my lord?
whatever the test or whatever the mode of disposal you have suggested. So
Experts will decide. Experts will decide that.
Your lordship, there's already a high-powered committee appointed by this honorable court, which is supposed to take these decisions. There is no decision of the high-powered committee.
ठीक है, वो ये decide करेंगे expert body इनके
The
पास।
United Nations Environmental
My lord,
Program expertise.
my lord, may I submit?
एक
My lord,
सेकंड, तीसरा बोलने को तो कुछ सुना ही नहीं पड़ रहा, सब एक ही साथ बोलेंगे, एक एक करके बताओ।
My lord, we are expertise people and we have made a reports on this, my lord. They are only putting chemicals to be a disposal over there, my lord. It is not the actual picture, my lord. The disposal and residual having a multiplicity of effect, my lord. Because only 10 metric ton test has been carried out by them, my lord. And 10 metric ton is giving 5% of emission in air, my lord. And so far as
मिस्टर कौशल, यही तो हम कह रहे हैं कि आपकी जो पिटीशन है, जो आपने सजेस्ट किया, क्या करना नहीं करना, they will consider.
My submission is this, my lord, let this petition be remain pending, my lord. And they should decide it, my lord, कि whatever submissions we are making before the court, that submissions and reports, expertise reports, everything to be considered. And till then, they will not insulate that. Because my lord, the problem is the people of the village, 7,000 people are just residing just near to that factory, my lord. They are in such a condition, my lord, they can't say anything. Ki what is going on over there? They are not permitting to come out of their houses, my lord.
Take down.
My lord, may I submit one thing, my lord?
But I have also filed an
My lord, may I submit, my lord?
Sir, this 3 metric tons is going to triple the amount. By the time it is burned, it is going to become more than 900 metric tons. The problem will come, the incineration will have its own issues. The problem will come when you bury the same waste. It is going to go into that same landfill, which is leaching. And that is where the problem is of groundwater contamination. We just want to suggest, I agree with the petitioner, wanted to suggest what we're missing in this whole picture is the polluter pays, right? So the polluter, there are simple options. You pack it in a stainless steel drums and you ask the polluter, which is Union Carbide and Dow Chemical, to take it back. This is not the first time. In 2003, Unilever company was asked to take their mercury back from the canal back to US because they have the best technology to incinerate it. So why should our people bear the brunt of this when this is a disaster created by a corporation that is continues to come to this port? We have spent 20 years. It's not harming people if it is contained. It will harm when it will be burned and when it will be buried. When there are effective solutions, let's do that. That's all we are suggesting.
You tell us one thing. Suppose it's a packed material.
Yes.
I think packed material, suppose it is dumped in the same manner, in the packed situation. What will be the effect of that?
It can't be done because mercury is heat. It will come out, but
It will come out.
yes, it will come.
It'll leach, your lordship. That is the problem in the ground, soil and water.
What's it? That's not.
It cannot be incinerated in the form of container. Affidavit filed by the state government before the
In 2011, there is an affidavit which is saying this kind of contamination will be there, Bharat. In Indore also it is giving the effect because the Nala which is just going, Bharat, it is related to the Gambhir river, Bharat. And thereafter it is coming to Yeshwant Sagar and which is supplying 30% water to Indore, Bharat.
That is at page 13, my lord, the affidavit filed by the state government before the Honorable Supreme Court. That is the- If I can just read out. But it's already in line. One of these affidavit, company which has brought it here. This affidavit is by the principal secretary.
Page 30.
Page 30, page 13, my lord, 13. Page 13, my lord.
Yes.
This is my application for intersection.
Right.
This affidavit is by the Commissioner Gopal Gas Tragedy. Number para 2 is important. The relevant part is from para 5. Pursuant to directions of the Honorable Supreme Court, the Central Pollution Control Board had submitted an affidavit before the Honorable Supreme Court. Now this is an objection to that affidavit. Para 5 is important.
Yes.
The objections of the state of MP to the report dated 27/1/2013 submitted by the Central Pollution Control Board are as follows. First, nature of waste used in conducting the trial. The group of ministers reconstituted to examine all issues relating to Bhopal gas leak disaster and its meeting held on 22/10/12 in paragraph 6 accepted the recommendation of the Secretary Environment and Forest and member Secretary Central Pollution Control Board to conduct a trial run TSDF Pithampur with similar waste in order to determine the feasibility and technical capability of the TSDF Pithampur to dispose of 300 metric ton of toxic waste lying at UCIS premises by method of incineration. A true copy is shown. The Central Pollution Control Board in total defiance of the minutes of meeting dated 22/10/12 of the group of ministers conducted a trial run at TSDF with industrial waste instead of toxic waste. Similar to the waste lying at UCIS factory Bhopal, the Union of India in its 4th supplementary affidavit dated so and so as categorically that the test run at TSDF Pithampur conducted with industrial waste instead of similar toxic waste lying at UCIS. Copy so and so. The Central Pollution Control Board in total defiance of the minutes of the meeting dated 22/10/12 group of ministers Pithampur with the waste instead of toxic waste similar to the waste.
My lord, may I submit one thing, my lord?
Worked out.
एक second.
An action plan was
Okay,
worked out in
that's-
2013.
That's only. Issue को.
My lord, may I submit one thing, my lord?
Mr. Kothari, let us pass the order. Pursuant to order dated 3/12/2024, the respondent, this is state of Madhya Pradesh, has filed affidavit which is taken on record, wherein it is stated that the waste was loaded in 12 fireproof and leak-proof containers and transported in a long haul HALL trailers / trucks on the night of 1/1/2025. The transportation of waste was carried out with the support of the police and the administration, wherein the support team consisting of doctors, fire brigade staff, and a reserved team consisting of skilled labor was deployed. How much time will take for that to address all
My lord,
these?
at least 6 weeks time, my lord. At least 6 weeks time. My lord, two things, my lord, I am making a humble prayer. Your lordship may kindly permit us to unload the containers, my lord. We'll keep the waste at the safe storage place at Pithampur, my lord. That is required to be done, my lord. Your lordship may kindly direct us, my lord, we'll do that. Because, my lord, the waste cannot be kept in the container for long period of time. So we may be kindly be permitted and granted liberty to unload it.